I have a special treat for you guys in this video. There's so much going on right now, but we have 1 week for Jay to paint the Supra. Then that dude in blue, David Patterson, is coming into town to drive the car, drift it, and finally get to come see Midpond. I know the car will look good once Jay paints it, but it's really cutting it short on time right now. So hoping the car gets painted, and I hope that David can drive well. So yeah, Midpond's a very challenging track, isn't it, Sadie? It's kind of a technical track, isn't it? Tell him. Tell him. A couple people on the internet were saying that David does not know how to drift, so let's find out if the internet is right. My confidence level is very high, but if the car gets messed up, so be it. It's part of it. It's a drift car. We'll fix it. I think he's going to kill it. I think Jay's going to kill it on the paint job. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be on my birthday. So I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while, and it's finally happening. Buckle up. I'm going to go for a wild ride. And you're gonna paint this car? How much work has it been?
Too much.
Is it as much work as you thought it would be, or is it a little extra because of
what you did before I got the car? Yeah, a lot extra.
Jay's pissed. Look at him. He's pouting. Here it is, the new Toyota Supra, refresh, candy purple. It's beautiful. Solvent division killed it. The rocket racing wheels look awesome as always, and even better now that we're not refrigerator white. So I'm super stoked. Got to bring David out here to enjoy the fun with me on my birthday.
On his birthday.
I'm gonna teach him how to drive it today. We'll see how he does. He's very new in drifting. I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll find out. I just want to try to help him out a little bit and give him a few pointers and check out the car.
It's gorgeous.
Gummy back, filming again.
Oh yeah. Hot as hell out here, ain't it?
Yeah, this is how you know you got the right tire changing guy right here, dude.
Got a cigarette in your mouth?
Yeah.
Don't give a
Mounting up some fresh rocket racing wheels.
traffic right now because I can't drive, remember?
Yeah. This guy's been watching way too much Top Gear.
Old Top Gear, not the new Top Gear.
I love the new Top Gear. Don't say that about Tom Cruise. Anyways, they say that these cars are way too hard to drive. That normal people cannot just drive like pro level cars.
This clutch is a little weird. I don't know if I can do it, you know.
Not that this is a pro level car or anything.
Right.
Because it's not a pro level car. We're gonna like just kind of try it out and see how he does in my freshly repainted Toyota Supra.
No pressure. No pressure whatsoever.
All right, let's go.
All right. teach you how to drive. You did through telekinesis. We just have a good relationship. You told me. That Supra, Corvette, Camaro thing.
I went to teach David how to drive my car. I flew him all the way out here from Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Just to I want one more drift guy in the world. And he's a very nice, respectable young gentleman. And he's a great YouTuber. Positive guy. Getting things going at Lanier, pumping the people up, giving the people what they want.
Trying.
So I was like, I'll invite him over and try to teach him some stuff. But
Midpond's cool though. This is a cool track.
I don't know. He's good to go. I mean, I don't know. He didn't even run my car off the track with a brand new paint job. David, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was nervous about that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
How'd it look from the outside, Gummy?
Look great. It's hot. Yeah, dude. He was a trooper out there, sitting out there. Thank you.
So what are your thoughts on the car? Like, I mean, you've driven probably thousands of cars at this point.
Something like 1,400 or something.
So,
I'll lose count, but no, like.
As a drift car.
Oh, it's awesome.
And you've driven a lot of Supras.
Like the first time I drove one was a real street one, made like 1,100 wheel. And that's like the traditional, what everybody thinks of Supra.
Oh yeah.
Yours, it's so funny because like when you pop the hood, people are so ready to see that inline six, and like they're kind of taken back by it at first, but then they just kind of go, drift car. Like that's every time. Yeah. What's really fascinating is how the motor sits, and its center of gravity, and that it's a lighter engine than the 2J. You feel it, or lack thereof. You don't really feel it in the nose that much. When you flick it back, you're in a bigger car than like an S13 or something, but the Supra's always been really good at dwarfing itself when you're in the driver's seat. And I never drifted a Supra, period, chassis or anything. And I always was curious, like how does Rad Dan feel, or how do like the big boys feel when they drift a Supra? And it feels great. I mean, it feels really good. Every time I got in the car and I was learning more and more, it was like, oh yeah, I got it. We're good. Or if I did screw up, it was savable. It was just like very, very good weight balance. It transfers, it self-steers real good.
Yeah.
And it's just great. It's awesome.
It's a happy customer.
Oh, I'll be back.
Rad Dan will argue that's not how he feels because his car has a 2J in it. I'm going to go ahead and say that's probably Dan's thoughts.
Either way, with an LS in it, it doesn't feel like a Supra.
Can you hate on it?
Not after driving it, no.
But no, it really does. I forgot when I first drove it. I felt like I was driving my Camaro.
Being naturally aspirated, it's one of those things where your input is way more effective. Like a lot of the times I've slid a few turbo cars, big turbo cars.
Oh, yeah.
And there is a lot more input. You're going, wait, am I in the right spot? Do I need to add more to get the turbo spooled up? The reason so many people use V8s and LS platform is because you kind of know what's going on, like almost all the time.
Yeah, you don't have that lag and that delayed response.
And you could argue that there's people with anti-lag systems or the compressed air system or whatever it is to make it better. But for like, if you're learning how to drift, having that natural aspiration, even with a VQ engine, right?
And the
like
cost.
You just know, and the cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fixing a 2J is not cheap anymore. And if you can,
what do you know about fixing 2Js, David?
gone through 3 of them. So.
How much money has that cost you, David?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. So I just block it out and have happy thoughts and go drifting in this LS Supra.
I love 2Js. I really do.
Oh no, they're sick.
And at the time, this is the engine I had, so it's ready to go. And it worked so good, I didn't want to take it out. So I'm glad you came and had fun, dude.
Dude, it was the time of my life. You had to rip me out of the car, just like always. Just like
I did.
Anytime I go drifting or sliding, I have to be ripped out because like I have this horrible habit, or it's a good habit, whatever you want to say, is to self-improve. Do a lap and I go, I gotta go a little deeper. And does that make you spin out sometimes? Yeah, of course it does. But
that's how you know you're trying.
Yeah. I feel like if you're kind of content with any kind of driving, circuit racing, road racing, or whatever, if you don't ever have that chance to push your limits, you're doing it wrong. If you're not feeling a little uncomfortable, like there was one time on that last run where I was moving top of second on the back straight and we were manging and I'm like,
yep,
hope it works. It's one of the, I knew that was gonna be fine, but at the same time, it's still that nerve-wracking, uncomfortable feeling where you're pushing out of that zone.
Absolutely.
And so when you bop the e-brake to make a correction or something and you're lined up, you're like, oh, it's fine. And if you do oversteer it, which I think is way better than understeering it, obviously, because you just kind of stop. I think that's mainly what I had today, was just kind of a oversteered stop.
For sure, but we don't have a lot of grip in the car. So if we did, you wouldn't have been doing that.
No, but at the same time, car's set up really good. And
thank you.
No, it really is. Like, the transmission feels really great. The clutch is awesome. Like, because usually when you clutch dump a car, it's that jar, assy shakes. That almost never happens that unless that was a little too much.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had to have been accidentally doing that.
Exetti triple disc carbon
is amazing.
It's
amazing.
It really is like awesome and worth the cost.
What's so beautiful about it is when you let that car settle, at the Supra settle, and then you're lined up, your nose is in the right spot or close to the right spot, and you just need a little bit more adjustment. You push in that clutch and then you just let off of it, and then it goes wah, and you're right in the right spot. But it doesn't do the stereotypical drift car, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I could talk about it all day. I've had such a great time.
It's been fun. Midpond's great. You love the track?
Yeah, no.
Will you be back? Will you be back?
As soon as possible, because like a lot of people are intimidated by this track because of how skinny it is. And skinny, I've seen some gnarlier stuff, but like Midpond is one of those things where if you're a beginner, I can definitely see it's a little intimidating. Yeah. But
it'll make some good drivers though.
We're about to see how you do in reverse because they're about to reverse.
I've been hogging this car all day. He needs to go, you know.
I guess I'll drive it.
Yeah,
we'll put the arrow on and...
Oh no, you have to drive your car. I've probably done a dozen laps.
Like,
so.
I literally love riding as much as I love driving, even in my own car.
That shows you're not jaded from the sport, which is awesome.
I forgot you asked me earlier. The only other person to drive my car is Jay and Taylor Hull, and Taylor loved it. He thought it was great.
Yeah,
and
I think
like
it's awesome.
he, you know, had a little bit of input on it, on some adjustments to make, and I did, and it's been great ever since. So.
The only limitation we have is actually the tires, really. I mean, we're doing, 4 or 5 laps in a row, and it's still holding itself together.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, kill me now, please. So we come in, we come back in, you spray it down a little bit, we let it cool down, and then it's kind of a good thing, so you don't just keep driving because you get excited. Yeah, so it's been amazing.
It's trade-offs. You got 4 laps and a pretty rowdy car, or you can get about, in this heat, probably 10 in a lower horsepower car.
Yeah, because the tires are going to bake themselves.
Honestly, I don't know which one I prefer, but I love driving this car because it's so freaking rowdy.
I think it's just the excitement factor fills in the gap between the laps, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
it's like you get the fulfillment in those 4 laps.
You get the fulfillment because you learned what you learned, or you improved what you improved, usually with it by the 3rd lap. I feel like with me, I would kind of have to, because I'm also using kind of a little booster seat thing. I have to get myself a little adjusted and where my clutch foot is and all that. And then also just the fact, we go out there with freshy boys, and then you're just man, you have to be like, blah, like right out to get that initial going. Plus, on Midpond, I noticed if you start in a wonky spot, the line is like all over. They're like, let me just like stop, reset, find a better spot to come back around, because it's critical here. You don't have a lot of space to like manji all the way over here and go all the way there. This is like just start at the beginning and then do your lap.
Heck yeah. Well, glad you came over, dude.
Come on. Any day of the week.
I had to pull his teeth, get him to come over here, man. It was hard.
Oh, no. He literally asked in one message, I said, what date? That's what I said.
I said, what better day than my birthday, and tomorrow's Father's Day, so we're out here celebrating.
He's
having
a
good
dad,
time,
and
so.
it's his birthday here in Alabama.
Hey, and one of the other cats here whose birthday it is cooking a steak, so...
Dude.
I love this place. Oh, yeah,
it's a good vibe.
I just met him today. It's great.
A real good vibe.
Can't beat it. And, Gummy, you like steaks?
Love steaks.
Love steaks.
Oh yeah.
Killing it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all again next time. We have a new project coming on deck.
Okay, bye.
Bye.